Do you have leaky axle seals? Well, I do. Now let's replace them. The first step is to remove whatever brakes you have on the car. In my case, some bare SS4 brakes. My 10-bolt axle is out of the car for other work. My calipers and brake discs are removed. And remember to subscribe to my channel. This is a good time to clean up the axle. I had an older leak that sprayed gear oil all over the place. The next step is to remove the diff cover. In my case, I have an aluminum cover. Rotate the differential to access the C-clips. This Eaton TrueTrack has a clip and a few pieces that hold the C-clips in place. Push the axles inward and use a magnet stick to pull out the C-clips. Then remove the axle shafts. This cheap Harbor Freight slide hammer makes quick work of the axle seals. My bearings are fairly new, so I don't need to replace them. But if your bearings are old, now is the time to yank them out and install new ones. Hand start the new axle seal, then use something flat to evenly hammer the seal into the axle housing. The seal should be flush with the housing when they're installed correctly. Put some oil on the new seal and then insert the axle shaft. Reinstall the C-clips and related hardware. I cleaned up the gasket surface and installed a new paper gasket that I sprayed with some Permatex. The cleaned up diff cover goes on, then the ARP bolts are torqued in a star pattern. These bearing girdles are installed with plenty of RTV. Torque the girdles to the very low torque spec. Install and tighten down the jam nuts. The cleaned up brakes are reinstalled. Once the axle is back in the car, I filled it up with a little under 2 quarts of gear oil. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and consider supporting me on Patreon.